Imagine waking up one morning and realizing you never have to work for money again. What would you do with your time? Hello, I'm JP and welcome to Ikigai Living SG. I'm really glad you found your way here. I've been a full-time working mother and I've worked in the corporate world for the past 22 years. However, just a few months ago, everything changed. My entire team was let go during restructuring, and for the first time in my life, I lost my job. However, here's what I've come to realize. Freedom often shows up when we least expect it, and sometimes redundancy isn't the end, but the beginning of something better. At first, I was in shock, of course, but then I sat down, updated my expenses, reviewed my net worth, and that's when I also stumbled on something called FIRE, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. To my surprise, I realized I had actually hit Chubby FIRE, a net worth of about 2.5 to 5 million that will provide a comfortable lifestyle without excessive luxury. Instead of using a 4% withdrawal rate, I use a more conservative 3% rate, which will allow me to generate 75,000 to 150,000 annual income without depleting my capital. I realized I was already financially independent at 47. Suddenly, I had the choice. Should I keep chasing this corporate ladder or take the leap and start living life on my own terms? I've also come across this sobering quote. Time is the only currency you spend without ever knowing your balance. Use it wisely. So, that's what I did. I took the leap of faith. Around the same time, I came across this Japanese concept of Ikigai, which means a reason for being, the reason to get up in the morning. It's also about living with joy and purpose. And that is exactly what inspired me to start this channel. Here, I'll be sharing my journey to Chubby FIRE at 47, even as a parent, including the strategies I've used, my investing journey, how I optimize my CPF and SRS, and the mistakes I hope you will avoid. I'll also be sharing what life after FIRE actually looks like, because a lot of people dream about FIRE, but few talk about what happens after you finally pull your trigger. I'll also be sharing how I'm exploring Ikigai living a life with joy and purpose. In fact, creating this YouTube channel is my first small step towards Ikigai living, a way to share my knowledge, to stay accountable to myself, to build a FIRE community, and hopefully also give you a glimpse into the grass from the other side. Financial freedom is just the beginning. Many people are blindly chasing that 1 million, 3 million, 5 or even 10 million goals. But do you know how much is enough for yourself? I know I certainly do not want to be the richest man in the cemetery. Financial freedom to me should not be my end goal, but more as a starting point to build other kinds of wealth in my life, including time wealth, health, and purpose wealth. If that resonates with you, I would love for you to subscribe, support, and join me on this journey. In my next video, I will share exactly how I grew my CPF to 1 million by age 47, and how that gives me the confidence to take on more calculated risks with the rest of my portfolio, which I'll share in future videos. So, if you are curious about FIRE, retirement, or just wanting to live with more intention, hit subscribe and stay tuned. Till then, have a great Ikigai day.